Alright, we're going to install some switches. I bought these switches. They're momentary switches. So you push and you let go and they spring back up. A non-momentary switch is like this. On, off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 of these in there. Can you see them? Yeah, there we go. Put 3 of these in there. I got these on eBay for next to nothing. I also got these for next to nothing on eBay. $7 for, I don't even remember how many it was. And then I got these on eBay as well. These are under spade fittings, and then these are just butt connectors. This is basically a template. It's like for mounting your switch if you don't have an actual mounting spot. I don't like it. I like it. It looks cleaner when all you got to do is just push this in. So I make a sound effect. I have this one. I'm going to put my underglows on a switch now. And all you do is I put this template on there. My nose is running today. Put this on there like that. I scribed it with you can use a nail, a sharp object. I use my test light point to scribe a line on it. And then I cut it out using a Dremel. You can use a razor blade. It's real hard. Use a utility knife. You can cut them out. I cut the long lines first and a little bit on the top and bottom, and then I use the razor blade to finish the cut, and then it slides right in there and pops in. I'm doing the same thing here. I've noticed right there on the dash there's a spot right here that's nice and open behind it. So putting that right with this, I don't want them at the top, so I'm bringing them down to the bottom. And I've already cut on either side and the top and bottom, and that's where I'm going to put 3 switches. It seems my rear is just up and down with one switch. I can use these 2 for the front and this one for the back. That way all my switches are going to be on the dash. I can eliminate my switch box. I know a lot of you guys like the switch box. I like the switch box, but it kind of gets in the way when my daughter is in there. She sits in the middle, and that switch box, if her foot hits it or she leans on it wrong, the truck's going to move. So it's just safer. I don't like carrying a switch box on my lap either, because, well, with my stomach, I don't have much of a lap. Maybe after I lose weight, I'll get a switch box again. So with the switches on the dash, it'll be much safer for all of us. So now I just got to cut these out, and then I'll slide these in there, and then I can start bringing the wiring up through the dash and out. And there we go. I cut them out and trimmed it up and made it nice and neat. And then these, see these little pinchers on the side, they actually help to lock it in. So all you do is you just push it in there. And there it is. I made a little bit too wide of a cut, but I'm going to paint this. That might fill in a little bit with the paint. But there we go. Now I have those switches there, which I got these old style switches because they just kind of match what I got going on here. So everything else is where it's supposed to be. I think I have enough space for one more switch if I wanted to add one in there. I've got some space right here for some button switches if I wanted to add some other stuff in. All kinds of stuff. I think I am going to go ahead and paint this piece yellow. So let me do that real quick. Alright, we all remember my old switch box. Okay, I already cut that off. I took it out from underneath the seat, and the number one thing you need to remember is to keep your wires protected and reroute them in a direction, and then make sure that you're not going to be grounding out on anything, and don't burn anything up, because if this stuff connects to anything behind your dash, that's how you're going to end up with a dash fire. Overloading your wires with too many different things, you're going to burn up your dash. Your truck's going to burn to the ground. Or your car, whichever one you're working on. I put an inline fuse right here. That way, if I overload the line too much, this fuse is going to bust before anything catches on fire. That is always important. That's the main power line that's coming over here. Now see, the dash, basically, it just pulls out. You've got, right underneath here, you'll have 2 screws that go up into here, and then you'll be able to pull this face off. You also have to take off a few bolts down underneath here to get this loose. And then your dash has clips that clip into different spots on here, and you'll be able to just pop it out. The cluster goes off to the side. Once you get your cluster off, see there's 4 screws you'll be able to see on the face of the cluster. You'll be able to pull the cluster out. On the back side, these are the lights that are in your cluster. The lights that are on all the time are usually your emergency brake light and your seatbelt light. Those two I took those lights out because I got tired of them being on. To switch these, it's very simple. You just give them a little twist and pop them out. I put yellow LED lights back in mine. You can do whatever you want with yours. Regular lights, red lights, blue lights. There's all kinds of different colors of LEDs you can put in there. I rerouted all this over to here. Remember when I showed you where I cut them all out? And then I'm going to show you how I wired this up. This is my little wiring harness. I've got a main line that comes in. Okay, this main line, well, it was actually with the switch box. You got to look at it right. There's a red one right here. This one is the main line that comes in with the switch box. And this one, I've got it split 3 times to go to each one of these. Now, the middle one is the power. That's the one that's going to bring in the power. And what I did was I looped it to all 3 switches that I'm going to be using. The way I'm wiring these up is the top one is up and the bottom one is down. You can hear that. I'm sure you can hear that. I'll have the first one set up as the that's the right front. I'm probably going to switch these around. So this will be the left front, this will be the right front, and this will be the rear. The rear is set up with 1, so both sides go up at the same time and both sides go down at the same time. You have to have each valve connected individually. That's why you need up and down. Because if you hook them up together, when you push the one button, they're both going to open up and air is just going to evacuate. It's going to open up the in and the out at the same time. So now I've got this set up. Now all I got to do is bring in my dash. This extra wire right here, what this is I'm going to wire up my my underglows for a regular switch on this side of the dash, and it'll have a light on it. So if it's on, the light will be on. That's very important because if it's illegal in your state, which it normally is, to run underglows going down the interstate, you need to know if those lights are on. So that's why I'm running mine with a light. I can turn it off anytime I want to. As for my dash, I hope you guys voted on yellow a few minutes ago, because boom, my dash is now yellow. Just basically the cluster on the instrument. I'm going to leave the air conditioning controls and all that will be black. There's a couple other spots that'll be black. I don't really want to overwhelm my cab with yellow. I might go ahead and do just the piece that goes in right there and the handle. I might do those yellow. Other than that, everything else is going to stay blue. I just wanted to accent it inside so it'll tie together with eventually when I do my rims and with the motor, and with the stickers are all yellow. So let's get this in there. Yeah. Alright, just got done detailing the crap out of my interior. I haven't done it in a long time. I had some things that I needed to fix on the inside that needed to be straightened up. Ooh, what are you looking at? Get it all looking better. So now I have cleaned behind the, I even cleaned behind the seat. Look at this. Oh. Look, I wiped the wall down to get it to look all pretty. Re-straightened up all my stuff. I've got my extra fittings. I've got my small air compressor, work gloves, my jack, tools, tie-down straps, extra airline. I've got an airline in there to be able to fill up tires if I need to fill up the tires. Clean the floor. Now that air compressor doesn't sit right there in the center, so that's all nice and neat. I'm not showing you the dash yet. You guys waiting? This upper lip right here was pulled out, so I had to tuck that back in there. Alright, you guys ready? You ready? I got the switches in there. How's that? Does that look okay? You guys tell me. I like it. I know that's what matters. I got my switches right here. Neat and orderly. And then there's the emergency flashers. I put them on the bottom, and I put the underglow switch right here on top. What do you guys think? You think it ties it together? You think I need a little bit more yellow? For those of you who like it, give me your input on if I need to add more yellow. I think it looks pretty good the way it is. Well, I need to clean the rest of my truck. But for right now, that's it. I think it finishes it off nicely on that dash. Let's look at it from the other side. There. That looks pretty good. Straightened up my glove box. Set my compressor switch. I hooked the light up on it. So now because my wife's always asking if it's on or if it's off. So now with the light on there, she'll be able to see it better. So there it is. My dash, my truck. One of these days, I swear, I'm going to paint those yellow. One of these days. Some people say I should paint them black, but black is so standard. Everybody uses black. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm tired. What else? Yeah, I have a Facebook. I have Instagram, Tumblr, and Twitter. My Instagram is the main one. I use it to upload pictures to the rest of them. And so that's EarthScraper69. Earth Scraper 69, the same as you guys have always searched for to find me. For those of you who are new, thank you for joining. Give me a thumbs up if you like the dash. Give me a thumbs up if you don't like the dash. Alright, well, you guys have a wonderful evening, and thank you for watching. Until next time, let's take one more look at that dash. Man, it's pretty. I like it a lot.